Okay, now that I'm back after a long hiatus while I was convalescing, and it was very nice after the release of the first episode of the new season, all the well wishes that I got. Thank you very much for everybody. I'm glad that you're happy to see me back and you understand what a rare and wonderful thing it is. Now let's see how long it takes before you get fucking sick of me, all right? We are moving on with this life-altering stash of potato chips. This is the second bag in a 10-bag donation that I got from a lovely British gentleman by the name of Robin Parks, who for the life of me I just simply cannot find on my Instagram. So, Mr. Parks, if you can shout yourself out in the comments, should you ever encounter this, I will give you all the props you deserve, because there was some very nice addendum material included in the package that was donated. So yesterday we got started with something kind of chill and easy and accessible and fairly pedestrian, I will admit. But now we're gonna get into something that it's fucking exotic and wild that I've been staring at. Like I mentioned to others, I had a little bit of a convalescence for a fucking medical issue that's now resolved, and I'm healthy and happier than ever I have ever been in a long time. But while I was laying in bed during that bleak winter of despair, staring at all these fucking bags of potato chips on my couch, this one bag was calling to me more than fucking anything else. Just the fucking audacity of it. It's just intrigued the fuck out of me, and it was pretty much the only thing that kept me going. Not the only, pretty much the only thing, and just looking forward to this. And now is the day where I'm gonna finally crack it open. This is from a brand called Taste the Difference, and it's like a supermarket brand from a chain of supermarkets in the UK called Sainsbury's, which I've never fucking heard of. But over here it says that it's packed in the UK, Sainsbury's Supermarkets, London, and Belfast. I don't know where exactly this is from. This is just something they're extolling the virtues of how they work with the farmers, and they pick all these glorious potatoes, and it's all very hand done and artisanal and everything. And it's got a nice bag, but what's really gripping about this is the fucking flavor. Duck and spiced plum. Are you out of your fucking mind? What the hell could that possibly be? Why? Who thought of this? I don't know, but thank you. And it says here, the slogan is great. It says, deliciously rich and fruity, which is what I aspire to be, fruity and rich. Doing pretty well on the fruity part. The rich part, we're still working on that, and you are more than welcome to go to my website, supersuckslord.com, and do your part to bringing that other aspect into reality. Just put some new stuff up there, by the way. So now we're just gonna crack this open, and before I do that, I just there's so much shit on. There's ginger, there's peaches, there's rosemary, there's a pine cone, okay? And it says, only the freshest, most flavorsome British potatoes make it into our crisps. So we work closely with our farmers to choose the yada, yada, yada. Simply wash the spuds so they don't peel them. That's interesting. The golden gourmet. Okay, that's the same type of shit that all these guys say. The ingredients are outrageous. Aside from potatoes, onion powder, garlic powder, fennel seeds. That's a first. Ginger, that would also be a first. Coriander leaf. We've been waiting for some good cilantro chips. Let's see. Cinnamon. Acidity regulator. Okay. No further details on that. I don't know what the fuck that is. Citric acid. Okay, why don't you just not put that in there, and then you don't need the... Do they cancel each other? Star anise, not my favorite. Clove powder. Wow, there's a lot of flavors in here. Paprika. Roasted duck powder. Now, this is notable because, as we've discussed in prior episodes of this, almost all of the chips that aspire to be meat flavored are vegan, or at least vegetarian. They don't use actual, can we get this lighting correct? They don't use real meat products, with rare exceptions, and when they do, it's extremely notable. So we'll see if it tastes like duck. Apologies to all the ducks, and thank you to all the ducks that had to die for these potato chips. It will not be in vain, trust me. I hope to love these. And then finally, plum juice powder. All right, that's in pure insanity here. But I, have been things have been very boring. I was in bed waiting for a surgical process to happen, which did. See my lovely scar. And just looking forward to the future when I can have all kinds of days. And all these potato chips represent all the different types of qualities, good days that you can have. Sometimes it's an ordinary day, but it's a good day, a wholesome day, a day where you do the things that are predictable and it's safe and reassuring and fortifying. And sometimes it's a day when some fucking crazy shit happens. And this bag is going to be that. And I don't know what kind of crazy shit's going to happen to me tonight. I do have something on the schedule, but we'll share that later. All right, so here we go. The weather is still pretty grim outside, and I will say one more thing before we sample this. Shout out to the spring for waiting for me. I was so worried that it was going to be beautiful outside while I was in my convalescence, and it wasn't. It was gray and shitty, and it matched my mood. I'm sorry all you guys had to suffer through that, but thank you for the springtime for waiting for me. But I'm ready now, so any day. Taste the difference. Duck and spiced plum, deliciously rich and fruity. Well, let's hope so. Palate is clear. Shove it in. Did you overpromise and underdeliver? Hang on. Sometimes these things take a little time to settle in. You know, we sometimes just want to be punched in the face immediately. I mean, so there is something going on here. Let's start with the chip. Nice, hearty, and crunchy. Natural. And for the flavor, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of tastes like a barbecue chip. And if you've been watching, you know we fucking hate barbecue chips here. Alright. Yeah, I was really hoping for more. I'm not gonna let this bode ill, because after all, it is just a bag of potato chips. It has nothing to do with reality in any way. They're nice. These are actually okay. Cannot get this lighting to work. I mean, they're not knocking me on my ass. I don't taste any duck. I don't really taste any of the shit that you threatened. It has a big sweetness, and that's about it. Shit. You know, I hate it. This is the danger of metaphor. I mean, I ascribe so much symbolism and meaning to this bag of chips, and now that it's disappointing me somewhat, I mean, maybe it was my own fault. You don't want to be like, okay, well, what does this mean? That's like with astrology in a way. All these momentous planetary movements happen, and think something's gonna happen, something meaningful, and then it doesn't happen. You're like, what the fuck? And then suddenly you feel like everything sucks. Everything's fine, just because my life isn't made or broken by a bag of fucking potato chips. How pathetic would that be if that was the case? I mean, I am not mad at these. I can taste all the different flavors, I guess. It's like too much. You put too much in there. And no one thing stands out. What's the lesson here? I don't know. I mean, they're going down easy. All right, so, yeah. I'm not knocked on my ass, but it's okay. It's pretty good. Who am I kidding? Fuck you! What an incredible disappointment. How dare you? How dare you beckon and seduce? and over and promise delight and charm and adventure, and then show up and just be regular. How dare you?